Life felt like a never-ending to-do list. Each day, I woke up with a sense of dread, knowing that my tasks were piling up faster than I could handle them. It was as if I was running on a treadmill, expending energy but getting nowhere. I was constantly busy, but never felt like I was accomplishing anything. My days were filled with meetings, deadlines, and endless emails. Despite my efforts, I felt like I was stuck in a loop of unproductivity. The harder I worked, the more elusive my sense of achievement became. The weight of my responsibilities pressed down on me, making it hard to breathe. It was as if I was carrying an invisible burden that grew heavier with each passing day. My shoulders ached from the stress, and my mind was constantly racing, leaving me feeling overwhelmed and anxious. I couldn't escape the feeling that I was on the verge of a breakdown. My anxiety was a constant companion, whispering doubts and fears into my ear. My mind raced with worries and negative thoughts. I found it hard to focus on anything positive. Every small setback felt like a monumental failure, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was letting everyone down. I knew I needed to find a way to manage my mental health, but I didn't know where to begin. I spent hours researching solutions, hoping to find a magic cure for my stress and anxiety. But the more I searched, the more overwhelmed I felt. One evening, as I scrolled through articles on my phone, I came across a headline that caught my eye. It was about the benefits of walking for mental health. Intrigued, I clicked on the article and began reading. I stumbled upon a headline that piqued my interest: Walking for Mental Health. Intrigued, I began reading. The article explained how even a short walk could have a significant positive impact on mood, stress levels, and overall well-being. The article explained how even a short walk could have a significant positive impact on mood, stress levels, and overall well-being. It mentioned studies that showed how walking could reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, improve sleep, and boost overall mental health. Check out the video version of the article on walking for mental health on this channel. It seemed too simple to be true, but something about the idea resonated with me. I had tried so many complicated solutions, but maybe the answer was something as simple as taking a walk. I decided to give it a try. I decided I had nothing to lose and gave it a try. The next morning, I laced up my shoes and stepped outside. The fresh air hit my face, and for the first time in a long while, I felt a glimmer of hope. That night, I lay in bed feeling the familiar weight of anxiety. But this time, there was a small difference. I had taken a step towards change, and that gave me a sense of control over my life. I knew I needed to make a change. The walk had been a small step, but it was a step in the right direction. I felt a spark of determination that I hadn't felt in a long time. So, I promised myself to try walking for just 15 minutes each day. It wasn't a huge commitment, but it was something I could manage. And with each step, I hoped to find a bit more peace and clarity in my life. The next morning, I woke up feeling the familiar weight of anxiety. It was like a heavy blanket that I couldn't shake off, pressing down on my chest and making it hard to breathe. The room felt stifling, and my thoughts were racing, each one more overwhelming than the last. But this time, I was determined to try something different. I had read about the benefits of walking and how it could help clear the mind and reduce stress. I decided to give it a shot, hoping it might offer some relief. I put on my shoes, grabbed my headphones, and stepped outside. The moment I opened the door, I felt a slight breeze on my face, and it was like a small but significant shift in my mood. I chose a playlist that was calming and uplifting, something that would help me focus on the present moment. As I began walking, I noticed the fresh air filling my lungs. Each breath felt like a small victory, a reminder that I was alive and capable of change. The simple act of moving forward, one step at a time, started to ease the tension in my body. The sun was shining, and the birds were singing. It was a beautiful day, and for the first time in a long while, I felt a connection to the world around me. The warmth of the sun on my skin was comforting, like a gentle embrace from nature itself. I focused on my senses, taking in the sights, sounds, and smells around me. The rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, and the distant hum of life going on around me were all grounding. I let the music in my headphones blend with these natural sounds, creating a symphony that was both soothing and invigorating. To my surprise, I started to feel a sense of calm wash over me. It was as if the act of walking was helping to untangle the knots in my mind. My thoughts became less chaotic, and I found myself smiling, even if just a little. The rhythm of my footsteps, the gentle breeze on my skin, and the beauty of nature all seemed to have a soothing effect on my mind. Each step felt like a release, a way to let go of the stress and anxiety that had been building up inside me. This was the start of my walking journey. It became a daily ritual, a time for me to disconnect from the chaos of life and reconnect with myself. Each walk was a new adventure, a chance to explore both the world around me and my own inner landscape. It wasn't a magic cure, but it was a step in the right direction. I began to look forward to these walks, knowing they were a time for healing and reflection. They became a sanctuary, a place where I could find peace and clarity. As I continued walking, I felt a glimmer of hope. Each day brought new challenges, but also new opportunities for growth. Walking into the light, both literally and metaphorically, became a powerful symbol of my journey towards healing and self-discovery. At first, finding the time and motivation to walk every day was a challenge. I was used to being busy and productive, and taking time for myself felt selfish. There were days when I felt too tired or unmotivated to leave the house, but I reminded myself that taking care of my mental health was not selfish, it was essential. I started small, gradually increasing the duration and intensity of my walks as I felt more comfortable. I also made sure to choose enjoyable routes, exploring parks, trails, and neighborhoods I hadn't visited before. Walking became an opportunity to discover new places, listen to my favorite music or podcasts, or simply enjoy the peace and quiet. As I continued walking regularly, I began to notice significant positive changes in my mental health. My anxiety levels decreased, and I felt calmer and more in control of my emotions. The constant stream of worries that used to plague my mind began to quiet down. I found myself feeling more energized and focused throughout the day. My sleep improved, and I woke up feeling more refreshed and ready to face the day. Walking seemed to have a ripple effect, positively influencing various aspects of my life. The simplicity of it all surprised me. Just putting one foot in front of the other day after day had a profound impact on my well-being. Section 5. Walking and Well-Being. A Powerful Connection. Walking, I realized, is more than just physical exercise. It's a powerful tool for improving mental health. When we walk, our brains release endorphins, which have mood-boosting and pain-relieving effects. Walking also helps to reduce stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. The rhythmic and repetitive motion of walking can have a meditative effect, calming the mind and clearing negative thoughts. Moreover, walking provides an opportunity to connect with nature, which has been shown to have numerous mental health benefits. Being in nature reduces stress, improves mood, and enhances feelings of well-being. Section 6. Lace up and step out. Practical tips for daily walks. Incorporating walking into a daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. Start small and gradually increase your time and intensity. Find a time that works best for you, whether it's early in the morning, during your lunch break, or in the evening. Choose routes that you enjoy and that are easily accessible. Invite a friend or family member to join you or listen to music, podcasts, or audiobooks while you walk. Make walking a non-negotiable part of your day, just like brushing your teeth or eating breakfast. And most importantly, be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. Section 7. Walk your way to well-being. Embrace the journey. My journey with walking has been transformative. It has taught me the importance of self-care, the power of simple routines, and the incredible connection between our minds and bodies. If you're struggling with your mental health, I encourage you to give walking a try. You might be surprised by the positive impact it can have on your life. Remember, even a short walk is better than no walk at all. So lace up your shoes, step outside, and start walking your way to a happier, healthier you. Section 8. A year of transformation. As I continued walking, I kept noticing positive changes. I had more energy. I felt more creative. Each step seemed to bring a new sense of vitality and inspiration. The simple act of walking became a powerful tool for transformation. I was even sleeping better. Walking became a form of meditation. It was a time to disconnect from the chaos of daily life and reconnect with myself. The rhythmic motion of my steps, the fresh air, and the natural surroundings all contributed to a sense of peace and tranquility. It helped me clear my head and focus on the present moment. A year after I started walking regularly, I looked back in amazement. The transformation was not just physical, but also mental and emotional. I had developed a deeper understanding of myself and my surroundings. I had more energy, slept better, and felt more like myself than I had in years. The changes were evident not only in how I felt, but also in how I looked. Friends and family noticed the difference and often commented on my newfound vitality. Walking had not only transformed my mental health, but it had also changed my entire outlook on life. I became more optimistic, more resilient, and more appreciative of the small joys in life. The simple act of putting one foot in front of the other had a profound impact on my overall well-being. The beauty of it all was the simplicity. There were no barriers to entry, no complicated techniques to master. Just the open road, the fresh air, and the willingness to take that first step. It was a reminder that sometimes the most effective solutions are the simplest ones. I didn't need any special equipment, expensive gym memberships, or complicated routines. All I needed was the desire to move and the commitment to make it a daily habit. The freedom and flexibility of walking made it easy to incorporate into my life, no matter how busy I was. All I needed was a pair of comfortable shoes and the willingness to put one foot in front of the other. This simple practice became a cornerstone of my daily routine, a time to reflect, recharge, and reconnect with myself. It was a year of transformation, and it all started with a single step. Section 9. Finding joy in every step. A continuous journey. Walking has become an integral part of my life, a source of joy and a reminder to slow down and appreciate the simple things. It's a journey I continue to embrace, one step at a time. If you're feeling lost or overwhelmed, I encourage you to try walking. It might seem like a small step, but it could be the start of a life-changing journey for you too. Remember, every step you take is a step towards a happier, healthier you. So put on your walking shoes and embrace the transformative power of a simple walk. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends and family members who may benefit from the content too. See you in the next video.